So Ollie, it's the morning after the tractor run. How are you feeling, first of all? You're knackered. I bet you look a bit tired.
Yeah, I was like wired when I got in. So I was like reading all the messages and looking at all the videos till like 2 o'clock, and then Clara woke up. So yeah, I didn't get to sleep till about 4:30.
Oh, bless her. Now is Clara, she's only what? Not even 2 months old?
7 weeks.
7 weeks old, bless.
No, she's good now, yeah.
She's good, yeah. Oh, excellent. Seen little James as well yesterday. Okay, so last night, how do you think overall it went?
I mean, it was a massive success because we're over 40,000 with the gift aid now raised already, and it's 10 o'clock the next morning. The crowds were phenomenal, more than ever. A little bit disappointing in the fact that we were telling people not to congregate at the hospital because we know it's a pinch point because there's enough sort of people, parents with the hospital that are there anyway. But that seemed to be the go-to point for everyone, which was a shame.
Tens of thousands, wasn't
it?
Even just that kind of half a mile. And
then everyone had sort of travelled in the car and just parked badly.
Yeah.
So one of the roads was quite narrow, and to fit the tractors and buses down at the same time was difficult without a police escort.
Because even some fields were double park.
Yeah, well, that's it. They double park. I don't know if you saw that van sticking out. Someone had just abandoned the van to watch us. So that's the problem is managing the spectators, and whether we can change it for next year or whether we just say like that's it now. We've all good things come to end. I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed in the fact that there's stuff out of our control now that we can't manage. It is a victim of its own success, and whether we can change the route or whether we can get some of the legislation changed, the police can come back on board. I don't know, or we just say well that's all.
So if you think if the council and the police could do possibly more to help it, because it's grown, it's been going for 4 years now, hasn't it? So tell us when you first started, how many tractors were there and what sort of support then did you get from the police?
A similar number, 100 tractors. I think the first year we had about 12 police motorbikes and a couple of police cars on it, and that was it. That was the whole organisation. Me and the guy from the police, they turned up and off we went.
And it run perfectly smooth?
Perfectly, yeah. Second year, pretty much the same. Last year, we had a little bit of sort of people parking badly, but we feel that was probably because we left 15 minutes before we said we would. And that was to make sure we didn't get to the hospital too late, but I think what happened then was we ended up with people not in position to spectate, so they were just abandoning the cars because they could see us coming. So I think that was partly probably our own fault. What we realised was it takes 15 minutes to leave the yard.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, if we leave 15 minutes early, it won't matter because the timings are still there.
Yes.
And we were delayed last year for the World Cup final, so we didn't want it to be too late for kids to go to bed. So anyway, this year we realised that we need to keep to the time that's we've broadcast, and that's what we were doing. But we had to go in these sort of clusters, which was working great until we got down one of the roads, met loads of parked cars, met some buses, and then suddenly we ended up with a 15-minute gap between the tractors, and then everyone was thinking that was it, and they were all going home when really they'd only seen half of them. So that didn't help. What we kind of really need is the local authorities, police would have to think, well, this is a community event. No one's making any money out of it. How can we support the community? Because we're paid by taxpayers in the community. How can we support it to make it carry on? If we can't get any more help through them authorities, then they may have been the last.
Yeah, which would be a horrific shame because there was hundreds of thousands of people lining the streets across that whole 17-18 mile route that you did yesterday.
The other option is you invest into it. We find a sponsor and we get 100 traffic management operators and vans and different things out there and physically close all the roads, but equally then you can make it so that the tractors can flow, but then you gridlock the city.
Yeah, of course.
And that was the nice thing with the police helping. It was fluid. It was you were only held up for the time it took them to pass, and then it was back, business as usual again. Yeah. They obviously had comms with the control room, so if there was an ambulance or a fire, they could be like, right, let's just wait, let this through. You know what I mean?
Thing over,
it's something of that scale. You really do need blue lights to make it happen properly.
Definitely. I mean, from my experience, only seeing it yesterday and the year before. How many police bikes did you have on that?
I think we had about
40.
Yeah, the year before. I think last year we had like 6 or 7 bikes and a few police cars. But I mean, we can't be negative. We've raised a lot of money. We've made a lot of people smile. Some of the photographs and the videos have been sent from the hospital. They're moving. They really are. So what? The tractors got split up by 15 minutes. If we know next year that if we do it, we'll maybe find a wider road, or we'll broadcast a bit more of it isn't going to be one continuous convoy. I don't know. At the moment, I'm a bit like, there's so much work goes into it.
Yeah.
Have I got the energy?
Yeah. You can feel a little bit deflating in it. I suggest you get some rest. Get yourself on a nice holiday if possible. And then when you get back, rethink of it. Somewhere dry and warm, yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie,
Yeah,
well done, mate.
Anyway.
You've done a brilliant job. You really did. Good luck with it.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.